Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me, ScottDog. Thank you very much for joining us. As you can see, we're back. We are playing some more Football Manager 2022. So there's some things we just need to clear up after last episode. So last episode, it ended with us losing our job of the manager of the Young Violets of Austria and being back unemployed and looking for a new job. In between episodes, I did find a job. I found a job at this team here, the Kefin/Sefin Druids. They're Welsh, it could be said anyway. It looked like it was going to be a fun one. I was quite excited for it. We progressed we got the job just before kind of the season ticked over into the new year. It was a new football year in inverted commas. And at that point, we had player retirements. However, everyone retired. Literally, I think I was left with maybe 2 players, all of my backroom staff. And then when I looked at all of the other teams, everyone had retired from those teams as well. So I have no idea what happened. I can only put it down to a beta thing. And I thought, well, do we carry on? It might be quite fun building from scratch. But because everyone else is also doing that, it kind of lost its appeal. If it was just our players in our team and we had a completely blank team to play with, I thought, well, you know what, buying people in, getting people in on free might be fun to carry on. But when I looked, teams like Total Network Solutions, who are the biggest team in Wales, or one of them, they had no players, so it was clearly a bug of some kind. I signed someone who was 19, and then as it ticked over into the new year, he retired. You wouldn't sign a contract if you were thinking, you know what, I think I might retire. So I think it's a bug. I did search and couldn't find anyone else who seemed to have that problem. So somehow it's just me. So I've started a brand new game. I know that's a bit of a pain. We're back in 2021, but ultimately our career has gone from having a job, losing a job, to being unemployed. We're back to being unemployed. So we'll kind of assume it's canon that our first job was at Austria of the Young Violets, and we didn't do very well. But we're here. There's a lot of jobs available, lots of under 20s and 19 manager jobs in international. However, one of these stands out for obvious reasons, right? The Hound Dogs. This is extra DLC or workshop content that you can download from SI, the Gibraltar League. They always release it a little bit later. So we put that in. There's no other mods or anything going on. I will download badges and stuff. I promise I will do that. I was kind of hoping that they would appear on the Steam workshop, but they haven't. So I'm going to have to go and hunt some out, download them and put them in the right folders and stuff. So I will do that. We did in theory also download the correct names and a few other bits and pieces. Apologies, someone just rung my doorbell. We're back, right? What was I saying? So yeah, we kind of lost everyone. So I think we're going to start again. And I was talking about this amazing team at the top here, the Hound Dogs of Gibraltar. Oh, that was my dog impression. So we were founded in I haven't even got the job, but I'm tempted. Founded in 2012, Intermediate League. We're amateurs. What do we know about the Intermediate League? Is there a league above us? There must be, right? Okay, so this is the top league? The National League. What one's the best league? How do I tell? So the National League is 103rd, and the Intermediate League is 239. So we would be in this league, and we would be playing against everybody else who's under 23s. How do we tell if we're like an affiliate of someone else? I don't think we are looking. I'm calling us we. I want this job, even though there's better jobs out there. I want this job. No players at all. So we did start. What's interesting is we started this saying add players to the squads. And look, there's no one here. Is there an under 23 squad? There is. So we could field a team. I like the idea of this. I mean, it's pretty pointless, right? Just starting in Gibraltar and being in Gibraltar. We've got a whole ream of staff. We've got more staff than we have players. But I think we are all in for the job of the Hounds. I think this is it. Now, I was tempted to also go and apply for the Kefin Druids. The Kefin Druids? But I think we're going to... It's got to be how you say it, right? The Kefin Druids. I think we're going to ignore that and we're just going to go all in on the Hound Dogs. I'm half tempted to declare my interest, but we'll pass. Okay, we've got offered an interview instantly at Curzon Ashton. What do we know about those? They're in the Vanarama National League North. I think we're going to say no. I think we hold our nerve and aim for the Hound Dogs. It just is on brand, right? That's the real reason here. It's on brand. Jack Smith School in question. Like, yeah, why not? Why not? Would you be? Yes, yeah. I've just literally applied for a job in Gibraltar, which is technically abroad, right? Sort of. So let's keep going. Another question. Why did you decline? Work for them? Come on now, be serious. Hopefully they sense the sarcasm. Otherwise, I just look like a right arsehole, right? But I like the idea of being like almost the new Gibraltese, Jose Mourinho, being like, just teasing the good Jose Mourinho when he was funny, not the recent one of I'm going to slag everyone off and be moody all the time. Just kind of push the buttons of the press. I like that. Okay, let's see how we get on. We'll if this takes forever, we'll cut over, but we'll see if we get an interview. We shouldn't have to wait too long for an interview, right? I laugh off interest. Holloway's got a job. I do like Ian Holloway, I have to say. I assume that's who that was, by the way. Yeah. I say yeah. Okay. Lampard, Aston Villa. Missed out on Stevie G. Fair enough. Okay, let's keep going. So yeah, it's a big shame. I think I really wanted to continue the last save, but it was going to be messy because everyone was going to be trying to sign players. When I carried on for a week or two, and I was looking at anybody who was free, and so was everybody else. I was getting hundreds of players in on trial. I was just like, this doesn't feel right. Can you tell us what changes you need to make to the size of the backroom staff? I wouldn't need to expand the size of the support team. I'd rather wait until I'm able to appraise them in a working environment. I find a way to reduce the number of people. Let's just say this one. Would you be comfortable working with Michael Lamb? Well, he's pretty useless, but yeah, why not? Why not? What sort of budget? I hope to complete overhaul of the backroom staff. I won't need any budget. I don't expect to make wholesale changes, so I'll probably need a small budget. This is our long-term vision blueprint. How would you expect? So the Rock Cup, they want us to be competitive and finish bottom of the league. This is your expectations. Finish bottom of the league, and then continue to avoid finishing bottom of the league. Wow, they seem perfectly acceptable. It's a little bit disappointing. Ability to propose the expectation to avoid a relegation battle. This is ridiculous. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, look, if you give me the job, I guarantee you I can finish last. That's not how this works. Are you going to request? Are there any requests you would like to consider? I don't think so. I don't think we're in a place to be making demands. Please give us the job. Lalani Town, we're going to avoid that one, I think. We'll just see how we get on. So I'll put a pause in here and we'll see if they offer us the role. Okay, so we are back, and in a real quick turnaround, they have offered us the job. They feel confident that we can finish bottom of the league. We feel confident that we can finish bottom of the league. And that's what the damn sight we're going to try and do. Be interested to know if there's any relegation. We'll have a look at that in a second. So let's have a little look here. They're happy with all of this stuff. We've got no transfer budget, no wage budget. We're going to have to really, really try and bring in people cheap. We're going to get paid nothing. Okay, good. And our contract start date is immediately, and there is no length to our contract. We are doing this for fun and for free. Love it. Hound Dogs approach. We have been accepted. We are now the new manager of the Hound Dogs. The Hound Dogs have today confirmed an appointment of ScottDog as the new club manager. Eyebrows have been raised. They did it for branding as well, right? Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football as the old person has recently spent time away from club football at Austria and is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at Victoria Stadium. His first game in charge will be against College 75 in the Intermediate League on the 14th of the 8th. Alan Bula was considered one of the favourites for the job. So unlucky, Alan. Sorry, mate. Let's have a little look. We've got half a star reputation. Our director of football is Michael Lamb, who, from first look, looks a bit terrible. Our assistant manager is James Poggio, who at first look looks a bit terrible. We have no fierce rivals. We last season finished 9th. We're entering the first round of the Rock Cup. And we've got poor training facilities, poor youth facilities, basic youth recruitment, a 2,226-seater stadium, and everything else is terrible. Lovely. Okay, and this is our team. Put together a quick summary of the current Hound Dogs squad. More comprehensive report is being compiled, so we can see this. Our best player is Jesse Baller. Here he is, centre half, defender left, playing at centre half. Good. Okay, that seems to fill me with confidence. We know the objectives. We've seen all those already. Welcome to the club. We'll have a press conference. We won't have an inter-squad friendly. Arrange a meeting with our backroom scout. We'll say every month. I don't think that's particularly vital. Okay. We have read this. We know what we need to do. Finish last or get to be competitive in the cup. We need to create a tactic. Okay. I think we're going to say Route 1. I think we have to, right? This league is so bad. I think we have to say Route 1. And I think we say 4-4-2. But I think we pull these guys back as well. What we're going to go with, this isn't what I normally like doing, but what we're going to go with is lots of people behind the ball, and these 4 players get forward quickly. We're going to try and make it difficult for other teams to score, but we're going to, when we can, we're going to say, you lot, get forward and try and win us the game. That's the plan. I'll have a look at all of these in a bit more detail later, but I think that's the plan. So I think we're happy with this. We'll change this to defensive. Let's have a look at in possession. So we'll go through this as we go. Attacking width, we're going to make it slightly wider. Passing will go extremely direct. Tempo, we're going to go extremely high. And time wasting, we're going to, whatever. Hit early crosses, I think that's fair because these guys are going to be further down the pitch before they get the ball. We're going to definitely play for set pieces. We're going to look for some tall players. We're going to be more disciplined. We're going to mix cross. Let's go mix crosses for now. We may change that as we go. Okay, in transition, we are going to regroup, and when we win possession, we're definitely going to counter. You're going to distribute quickly because we want to try and, if you get the ball, we want to try and hit the people who are up the pitch, high up the pitch. Distribution long and distribute to target the forwards. I think we're going to distribute to the flanks because these guys potentially may be in a place to cause us danger. If they're pushing forward, we win the ball back, then hopefully we can take advantage of these guys. Out of possession. I don't really want to engage until they're maybe here, sort of not too high up the pitch, and we're going to have a fairly low defensive line. We want to keep it fairly. We're going to have numbers in the middle, so let's force people out wide. Hopefully we can then trigger press. I'm going to say slightly more often, but we'll keep the line of engagement low, so we're not really pushing in too quickly. We don't want an offside trap because we're so deep. I think we're good. I think this is, we're not good. This is our tactic, though. So we should have done this now, right? So we can move on. Let's have a little look at what we've got then. We've got a squad here. Before we do anything else, I think I'm going to jump into our under-23s, and we are going to bounce all these people up to the main squad if they're not already. There's no point having them in the under-23 squads if we don't have a full team of players. So let's make the use of what we've got. Does this work? I've never really made use of this. Yeah, okay, perfect. And the rest of these are nobody, so we don't care. Youth candidates, we obviously don't necessarily. Hello, we've already got one good left back, so there's no point. Are these people who are actually in the squad already? Yeah. Okay, fine. So now we've got what looks to be a full squad. We've got some players with ability. Well, I think that's debatable, but we've got some players with ability. This is a squad view that I downloaded. So if you want to check this out, there's the name of it. You can get that. But it's just to make things a little bit easier. Obviously, it'll make more sense when we've got some stats and stuff in. Just to make it a little bit easier. No one's being paid a single penny in our team, which I like. We do, however, have a backbone of players who potentially could do a job for us. Although, let's have a little look here. If we remove the players that reappear over all of these, this gives us a good idea of where we are, right? Oh no, that's bad news. So we can keep you here. We can put you back into left back, even though you're meant to be a midfielder. This is interesting. So let me get a piece of paper. We're going to make notes of what we need. So we're going to have to go out and get some people on trials if we can, and then hopefully sign them without any wages. We need another striker. We need a couple of defensive midfielders. We need a left back and a couple of centre backs. Okay, and that should do us, right, for now. Yes, we need anything else that takes our fancy, but that should do us for now. Okay, what's next on our little list of things to look at? Let's look at our staff, because we have got some coaches. Are they any good? I think we all know the answer to this, but let's have a little look. Your coaching of goalkeepers is terrible. Terrible. Your fitness coaching, Chris May, is terrible. Okay. Your performance analysis is terrible. We kind of knew that, and I don't think there's much point going out and really going too deep into getting people in. Let's have a little look at our scout here, because he is terrible. I think we will see if we can get a best scout, but ultimately it's not going to make much difference, because what we're going to do is get people in on trial if we can, and then we're going to try and sign them. So if they'll accept coming for free. So we want to take control of the assignments if we can. You know what, I'm going to get our scout to do it. I don't think it matters too much. Don't really care about this one. Providing own team analysis reports. So you're going to be busy down here. Okay, so let's go to our scouting. I've never really understood the scouting too much. I tend to just go in and really kind of go in all areas. I'm just going to see if we were to come here and offer you a contract, you would sign for nothing. So that's interesting. We're not too worried about you. We'll keep an eye on you. Let's see if we can get you in on a trial, right? And I think we'll say for 3 weeks, just so we can get a good view of what this player looks like. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. So we'll acknowledge this one. We've got Harry Brooks over here, 19-year-old striker. We do need one. But what I'm really tempted to do is only go for players who are a certain height. Where's height? I never remember where height is. And what I really want to know is, if it's not on this page, why not? Oh, over here, 5'9". I'm not going to take players under 6 foot. That's my thing for now. Since we're playing direct, we're gonna go for direct. We're going to really try and push for tall players. That's our first thing. So we're going to say advanced, add condition. Where do we find it? Not ability. General. It's got to be under that, right? Height is at least 6 foot. That's our default search when we're looking for people. And then I'm guessing these players are the ones that we want to then offer trials. You know, we want these guys coming in and seeing if they could do a job for us. We're saying we're only interested in people who want to transfer to us. Is there anything else we want to add to our requirements? I don't think so. Realistically, we want players who aren't necessarily developing, because we're not paying them any money. We can't keep them. So I don't think that matters. So this guy's 23. Let's offer you a trial. I like the idea of a Dutchman in the team. Do we know if any of the Brexit stuff affects the Gibraltar League? I don't know. I'm not sure how that sits. But this is the plan. I'm going to go through and pretty much scout all of these players, and see if we can get anyone to come in who can do a job for us. We're going to just keep doing this. We're not even going to scout them, actually, because scouting takes time, whereas bringing them in on a trial doesn't. But hopefully all these guys are free and therefore will come and consider doing a job for us. I think that's the plan. So, what I'll do, I'll put a cut in here because otherwise you're just going to watch me do this a lot, which is not fun for anyone. So we'll put a cut in. We'll be back, maybe with some signings, maybe with some people on trials, and we'll go from there. Okay, we are back, and quite a lot's happened. Let's talk a little bit about what's happened. The first thing that's happened is we've changed our tactics. We played one friendly that I didn't realize that we didn't have friendly arranged by our assistant. So we played one friendly, we lost 2-0. That was with our 4-4-2 Route 1 football. Didn't really work for us. Have a lot of people on trial, so it's difficult to tell. But then when I went and looked at our squad depth, this is our squad. You can see all these people in green are on trial. If I remove that, you can see this is essentially our squad. And when they end their trials, they're going to go. I don't think we look that bad. We don't look that great, but I don't think we look that bad. I'm just switching these round, see if anything changes drastically. I don't think it necessarily it does. So we haven't got anyone who's great at picking out our players and saying how good they are or how bad they are. So what we've done is we've gone sort of into this 4-3-2-1, which is kind of my favourite formation, the one that makes the most sense. 2 defensive midfielders this time rather than 1 defensive midfielder and 2 central midfielders. And what we're saying, I haven't changed this from Route 1, but I have changed it quite a lot. So we're kind of, one thing I do want to change is maybe change this to mixed crosses, because I think I'm going to keep it at low crosses because we're playing our smaller striker up top. So we've got something quite interesting. This guy we've signed, he's 5'10". I did say I wasn't going to sign anyone under 6 foot, but you can see he's 5'10", and he doesn't look horrendous. He's not great, don't get me wrong, but he's not terrible. And he's signed for us. But we've also got this guy on the bench who is 6'4", not great at heading, mind you, but he's with us as well. So I think we can mix it up between the two. The problem is we're going to play you as a target forward, and that's not necessarily what we're looking for. So I am going to bring you in to play this game. And then we've got kind of a fairly defensive back four. I've put the fullbacks on support rather than defend, but I'm not expecting them to get too far forward. Our defensive midfielders, one's definitely going to sit, the other one's going to kind of be a defensive midfielder, but not get too far forward. I put him on hold position. Our central midfielder is going to be a box-to-box midfielder because I do want him to get forward to make this a foursome when we're in their half. But actually, I also want him back here to defend. So this is what we're going to go for. And then we've got our 2 wingers who hopefully will stay fairly wide, stay up top. So if we get the ball back, we can get the ball out to these guys and try and spring some kind of attack. We're just going to see how it goes. It might not be the greatest. And as you can see, we're not massively accustomed to what we're trying to do. So that's what we're playing with. We're going to go straight into this. I'm not going to change the team. I think we're just going to keep going. It will be interesting to see the team we have once these guys go. And one thing I do want to point out is if we go to the league, you can see this is the league table. So the Magpies won, but we don't really know anything about them. And they're all under 23 teams, as you can see. I don't think there's any teams that can get promoted other than us, potentially from the league, which is quite interesting. I did put us out scouting someone. I can't remember. I went and said, please scout this whole team. I can't remember who it was. In the hope that we could have been St. Joseph's. In the hope that we could get some information about them to then see how we compare. So we'll see how that goes. But that's the team that we lost to. So we're ready to go. I think we're going to submit this. We're going to say yes. Team morale is in an okay place. These guys are concerned about the tactics and stuff. But it's early days. We're just going to see how we get on. I think we're going to ignore doing anything that anyone wants us to do, just so we can see how it goes. I'm going to say go out there and impress me. I don't think that's going to make any difference. But we're going to kick off. So what we'll probably do, this episode's run fairly long already, so we're going to make this a 1-game episode. But going forward, we'll put 2 games in, and we'll play them a little bit quicker than we had in the previous episode. So we'll get through the season. Also, there's only 10 teams in the league. We play each other twice, so 18 games and a season's done. I don't know if that was meant to be a dummy, but I liked it. The fullbacks are getting forward, which they weren't necessarily meant to do, but there's a big chance, and we have taken it with the rebound. 32 seconds gone. That is a hell of a start. I am impressed. I didn't think for a second I had two things. First off, when I looked up, I thought we might have been in green, and then I was very worried because we play in green. And then when I realised it wasn't us, I realised that I don't know the names of any of my players. But it's a good start. Our first signing, Neil Patience, has got the goal. Scottish winger out there, out wide, and we'll take it. Yeah, it was sort of originally when I thought we're playing, get in. When I thought we're playing in this league, we need to get some good, some players in. That was the only real driver. But when I realised that those players look like they're going to be pretty highly rated, although we can't really guarantee our scouts, our assistants are doing a particularly good job because they're terrible. When I saw that they were fairly high rated, I thought this is our opportunity to at least try and get the ball down. We're not going to play amazing football, but if we can at least be a little bit more positive than what I originally set out, I thought we had a chance. So it's early days. We're only 25 minutes in, but we are 2-0 up and we'll absolutely take it. And this is the complete opposite to where we started last time round, right? If we can get some results under our belts, we'll be absolutely delighted. Because previously we started with losses and we carried on in that trend. We got a corner right at the end of the first half. Great time to get a third. Big man in the box. Ooh. So we do have some weaknesses, probably lots, one of them being our manager. But we've got a very shoddy centre-back partnership. Let's keep it up, boys. So, there's a number of areas that we can still improve. But bear in mind, we're not paying money to anyone in our team. Everyone is playing for free. Our manager is managing for free. So there's a lot that we can't do. But, and I suspect we play well. People in the bigger league are going to come along and steal our players. So we'll just have to have kind of a fairly swift turnaround of freebies coming in and going out. So it's vital that we scout a lot. But we can only have one scout and he's rubbish. So we do need to get knowledge of people in the books. Wignall should have done better there. We do need to get knowledge of people in the book so that when we lose a player, we can almost automatically bring someone new in. Oh, here they come. Their first attack, I think that we are on key highlights only. And obviously we're playing at pretty quick speed. But that's bad news, right? That is real bad news that their first real chance has resulted in a goal. We need to make this change. We don't really have another midfielder. So I think what we'll do is we'll bring you up here and we'll make this change down here. Do we change anything else? Don't think so for now. Come on, boys. We can't let this amazing first half start go to waste here. If we do, I'll be disappointed. Very disappointed. There we go. I like that. A little give and go. We've lost the ball, but Wignall's going to pick it up. The big man bursting out wide. Pulls it back to Seeger. And then Otero. Was he onside? No. That was kind of obvious, right? I think we might be slipping into lost territory, which I'm a little bit worried about. Not lost, sorry, draw territory, which I am a little bit worried about. Okay, we're going to take Wignall off and bring on... That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do at all. We're going to take Wignall off and bring on our new striker down here. And let's bring on you to go in the middle of the park. There goes Wignall. He's beating his man. He's found a good pass. There's Patience. There's the shot. There's the goal. We needed it. We got it. Patience with his second. I have just put in an offer for another player who can play across the front three positions. Just as cover. He doesn't look great. But since since Patience is the only left winger we've got, I figured he'd come in relatively handy. And that's a great finish from Patience. We'll take that. And 7 minutes to go. And I think we are home and hosed. We've made all our changes. And it's been a fantastic start. Could it get better? It could. Oh, unlucky Hall. I thought he'd nodded that in the near post. I haven't done anything with set pieces. I'll do that off camera. Haven't done anything with defending set pieces, which we know is always a bit of an issue. But that is a fantastic start. Did you see how happy ScottDog was on the bench? Celebrated. I'm going to outstretch my arms and say, well done, boys. That was a great win for us. I think we can finish higher than bottom. We'll see, though. I mean, it's an odd one. I don't know where they got bottom from, but I suspect all of us are in the same position. We might have an advantage because we might be in control of who we're signing, where these guys may be getting hand-me-downs from the league above. And what's interesting about the league above is it's got exactly the same reputation as this league. So might not be that they can get any better players. There we go. Let's just praise his performance. We're going to put our arm around and say I'm really pleased with how you played. It's a good start. Let's go into our first post-match press conference and see how we do. Okay, let's kick this off with the first question. Scott, you must be delighted with that result. I haven't got any options to smile or anything. I am going to say players were reported off by fans for their spoke volumes, securing the win. Turned out to be quite a day for Hound Dogs. Debutantes with Neil Patience and Kieran Wignall finding the back of the net. Every manager is keen to see their new signings pay off, and immediately, yep. How pleased with the winning start? It's early days. It's too soon to comment. Obviously, I'm very pleased with the win, but it's only one match. You handed Wignall his first senior appearance today. Didn't let you down. Is he giving you a selection problem now? He's definitely been training in the first team. I know, well, he's already there. So I don't think that's a problem. Neil Patience enjoyed a marvellous debut for the Hound Dogs. Neil Patience had a good game. Pleased with what I saw. It was pretty solid on his debut. Debuts are never easy. Transfer room is still swelling around to bring anyone else in. We never stop looking to improve the team. You've been linked extensively with Kieran Macedo, the player that you're thinking about. I've got no idea who he is. No, a 37-year-old goalkeeper. No, he's not. Johnny Grignall appeared for the Hound Dogs as a trialist recently. We'll be offering a longer stay. We're going to continue to appraise our options. Is Tariq Kira one of the someone you enjoy a good relationship with? I don't know who he is. I don't know him, but I respect him. Oh, he's their player manager. Nice. New signing, made his debut, albeit from the bench. Introducing him to the first team. He's going to be slow introduction. Friendly relationship, nice. That all went pretty well. It was a long old press conference. There's a lot of questions. If it was me, I'd have wrapped it up sooner. We've got another league game coming up soon, and it's against the team that we lost to. Now, what I do just want to do very quickly is let's just go into our schedule here and click on the game, and I just want to see which trialists and the like we were playing. So you're a trialist. Do we want to sign you? I mean, you did all right? 6.6. Defensive midfielder, we do play to. It doesn't. What's interesting about this is it makes no difference if we sign them or not, right? Because we pay them nothing, so it doesn't really matter. I think we're going to do it. Is there anyone else that we want to bring in that was a trialist that played for us? I don't know if there is. We've got a lot of players, so I think we're gonna let the others go. Let me just let this skip through here, and I'll just very quickly show you what we're doing with the team. So as you can see, this is the list of all the players that we've signed. Our next best trialist is down here. He's a defensive midfielder, only 2 stars according to our guys. But if we click on him, we're at 100% knowledge now, whereas some of the other players that we brought in who are newer to our list aren't necessarily at 100%, although this guy is and doesn't look like he's that great. So, we've kind of signed the best that we can sign based on trials. But then additionally, we've given our scouts huge assignments to go out and find people. It's not doing a great job. So we're seeing how we do. We've only got certain areas that we can scout. So if we just come up to assignments, there's only certain things that we can actually do, and our scouting budget isn't great. We're kind of just scouting whatever we can. I think from memory, I said end of contract and in Gibraltar, or because our scouting range is exactly that. It's just Gibraltar. So we've kind of just said, just go and do this and see what happens. So, it's not really anything exciting going on. I don't think we can change our scouting range. From what I can remember, I can't really remember how to do it now. I thought it was a thing in here. But I don't think we can do that for now. So we're just going to kind of trickle along and see if we can find any new players. The good news is that we'll be able to get trials in sort of fairly regularly and see how we do. The bad news is it does interfere with team cohesion, because you can see there's a lot of players who have come in and gone, and that's affecting this. But the atmosphere is good and that. So hopefully things will get better once we settle down from the trials. But there we go. We'll wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe button. I really do apologise that the first season has kind of been a bit of a write-off, but we're going to put in the canon that we were the young Violets of Austria's manager. This is our second season in charge, and we're going to see if we do any better. And I would imagine that this is quite a step down from the young Violets to this in Gibraltar. But thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, follow us on Twitter at ScottDogGaming. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching ScottDogGaming. Don't forget to follow on Twitch and Twitter, and head over to YouTube for daily content. See you again soon.